Hey guys, welcome to week 9 of Respect Your Elders. Jacob, as always, has something more important going on. He doesn't respect you guys like we do. But
never has any respect for our show.
No, we're always trying to get him here either on time or just do something. We've already had to replace him once, whatever. This week, Aaron, number 2 team, had worst manager of all time. Disappointing. He was able to pull out the win. We'll talk about that later. Chase, best manager of the week. I mean, he's really turning it around. This week's definitely different.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, how's it going?
We're just.
Oh, it's good. We had this thing we planned, prior, be online at this time so we can do this thing, and then you're just like, oh, let me take a phone call in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm doing stocks now, and I'm busy, so
that's crap.
Gotta just get my next update, just like what I want to make a move.
Have you heard
now.
of the
Invested
thing
now.
called the internet?
No.
Okay.
What is it?
All right, and let's kick it off with the players of the week. We'll stop right into the top performers. We got the Florida State alum, Dalvin Cook. Absolute mammoth of a game. 163 rushing yards, 63 receiving yards, 4 total touchdowns, 49 fantasy points. Just an absolute mammoth game.
Yeah, that's.
I'm sure the Vikings very much appreciate it because the passing game didn't have to do anything, actually. It was just hand the ball to Dalvin, good things happen.
I mean, that's the best way to play offense.
I mean, you're not wrong. Then after that, we had Corey Davis with a 8-catch, 128 yards and a touchdown game for a good 23 points. Solid game. AJ Brown's like, why are you throwing him the ball and not me? But Corey's like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Corey Davis, that's not a name I've heard since like week 4 of last year, where he had a pretty good game.
Yeah, he seems to be good for about one a year.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck trying to figure out which one it is.
Exactly.
I think the most surprising top performer this week is Nyheim Hines for 62 total yards, 2 touchdowns, 22 points. He is listed as the 3rd string running back, so you would expect him, sans any injuries, to not do anything. But apparently, they're just like, we drafted this guy in the 2nd round with Jonathan Taylor, but we don't want to use him. We got Nyheim Hines. And
yeah.
That is what they did.
I mean, to be fair, he only had 62 total yards. It's just like, seems whenever he got the ball, he did what he needed to do. I know I saw that one crazy play where he had like a 7-yard spin dive, and I thought that was going to be the coolest part of the video. Turns out he does a round off backflip 360 to celebrate. So
yeah. Dude is a weird athlete. Not a weird, freakish athlete. That's what I wanted to use.
Give him the ball more and let him do more backflips, please.
All right, so we're moving on to these Dookie performers this week. And this first guy, he's been on our show, seems like almost every week, but it's just either top performer or here Dookie performer. It's our boy JJ, Justin Jefferson. This week he had 3 catches, only 26 yards, got yourself 4 points. So I don't know. I think it's time for you to drop him again, and
and then pick him back up with all of his fab.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I'll guarantee a nice big performance next week. So.
Yeah. Justin Jefferson's gonna be the only person that Ian spends his fab on this year.
Yep. There you go. And then the next guy, Deontay Johnson. This man will either will give you 20 if he can play the full game, or he gets hurt after he runs on the field. He didn't even do a play. He just kind of runs on the field, stubs his toe. He's like, my toe, and then kind of goes, Coach, I'm done for the day with the 6 yards and 1 catch. Got you 1 point. So I don't know. He's a tough start because yes, he can get you that 20-25 points, but he can also just give you 1 catch for 6 yards.
It's seeming like every single Steelers receiver is a tough start because they're either here or they get you a decent 10-20 points, but you don't know which one it's going to be.
Yeah, it seems they've got 3 receivers and 2 of them will have a good game, so you just kind of have to play that Russian roulette of which one am I going to have this week.
Exactly.
I had the bad.
Yeah. And then the next guy, instead of listening to the full team like we did last week, Amari Cooper is our man we are choosing. He had one calf for 5 yards and gave you 1 point. So
That's not good.
it's not good at all.
Yeah, and I think we could have put the whole Cowboys offense here. I know Zeke had like 7 points, so it just seemed overused.
Yeah. I can't wait to see how many more Sunday night and Monday night football games Cowboys have this season, because that's who I want to watch.
Oh, at least 4. Yeah, at
Yeah.
least 4. Hopefully they're all versus the rest of the NFC East. You know, the
Yeah,
Eagles,
Giants.
the football team. Sorry, I almost said the wrong word. Yeah, and the Giants.
And going into last week's matchups, to start it off, we're going to start off with the worst manager of the league. He's somehow number 2. It was Aaron versus Kevin. Aaron was somehow able to pull out the victory, final score being 151-100, but worst manager that we've seen. I mean, he got the award. It's incredible that he is able to hold on to that number 2 spot without having a good coach, you know? It's just, he's relying too much on his players.
I think successful people in the league like Tacomas. So I think that's just the key to success in this league. Have to have one or be getting one.
Don't be jumping into the Tacoma bandwagon just because Aaron got one. You're like, wow, Aaron looks so cool. I want to buy one now.
Yeah.
Then coming up next, we have Colt versus Coop. Colt was able to pull out another W, 102-92. It is another C versus C matchup, which, you know, we love here. But it brings the question, is Colt going to take off a Very? He's at 3 Veries right now. He did get a win, but the last time he got a win, he didn't take it off. He wanted he wanted his players to wallow in the very, very bad. So I'm curious if it's going to come off. Maybe it doesn't, and his players just feel sad and give him another loss next week like they did this week.
Yeah, I mean, I think at some point you do have to reward their good. Like when they do have something successful happen, you got to reward that success. But you know, who am I to tell a man how to run his team?
Exactly.
Yeah. So moving into the next game, we had our own Bo versus Mir. Bo was able to pull that one out 107-58. So Obi is trending in the wrong direction, and Bo is trending in the right direction. This is now back-to-back wins for Bo, so maybe his team is rounding the proverbial corner, if you will.
I mean, I keep on bringing it up. Like, I went down to the bottom. I hit the bottom for a week. That's all I wanted to do. To the top we go.
Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. And then we've also got our other elder, Jacob versus Chris. Jacob was able to get that 115-74 win. The catastrophe is continuing. It looked like we were taking a break from that, but it's back full force.
Yeah.
Jacob's still number 1. He's set up shop. He's got, you know, the couch now, and he's got the reclining couch with the ice drink, and he's not leaving that seat. Like he's like, I'm comfortable. I don't want to leave. Chris is like, I don't want to separate them. I'll make sure I lose.
Exactly. Yeah, Jacob's getting comfortable up there at the top, and Chris, I know it's his only loss in the past couple weeks, few weeks actually, but his team has not been performing. He's just been getting lucky, and this week he wasn't able to get lucky. So
yeah, luck ran out.
Yeah, he moves down the rankings a spot. So as long as he's not playing a bad team, it's not looking good for him right now.
Yeah, and then last week I was saying, be the best, you have to score that second highest score each week. So I came out with second highest score this week, 115, and so sticking to my prediction of last week of calling that, and yeah, so number 1.
I don't remember it that way.
Yeah, we might have to. We might need to go back to the records on that.
Nah, to be number 1, you gotta be the best. So this week, watch out, I'll have the number 1 overall score. Anyways, moving on. Next matchup of last week's matchups was Ian versus Jenny. Final score was 105-93 Ian. So Ian gets back on track with a win, and it was an average score. You know, he had that super high week, super low week. Now he's averaging out a little bit. So let's see if he's gonna be consistent, or if he's just gonna be like a little heartbeat raider going on, sensor going on.
Yeah,
We got it. But anyway, so and then this also puts Jenny back to normalcy, and so we'll see what happens with these two next week. So, anyways, moving on to the next matchup, Chase versus Alex. This score was actually very similar to the last score of 104, or last score 105.93. This was 104 to 89, Chase. So Chase gets his second consecutive win, which is always good to do in this league. You know, not many people can do it.
Yep.
Some just keep on winning. And so, you know, this also proves that Alex is still in charge of his team.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We might need to get contact the milk company and be like, put Riley on the missing, poster in the back.
Get her face on the carton. Yeah.
Yes. Like, I don't know. Is she okay?
At this point, it seems like he has kicked her out of the house. He has taken all security measures to keep that app and keep on losing. I don't know why he enjoys that so much, but he's holding Riley away like little Sandlot, where you just hold their forehead. That's what's happening with them too. All right, and on to this week's matchups. First off, Chris versus Obi. Like I mentioned earlier, it seems like for a while the only way that Chris is able to hold on with that Christastrophe going is going up against a bad team. So this week is looking up for the Christastrophe against the number 12 team. It seems like if one of his players doesn't score 50, he doesn't score over 80 points. And that is exactly what Chris needs with the curse that he put on his own team at the beginning of the year. Then moving on to the next one is Alex versus Jenny. And again, these two, they're coming off a loss. They're coming off a bad loss, the 0-2. And this is number 9 versus number 11. So Riley had Alex's team going in the right direction. Alex didn't feel at home. He's bringing it back down to the bottom. So, as long as he keeps Riley locked out of the house, whatever he's doing, it could be a week that Jenny turns it around.
Yeah, if there was ever a week to get back on track, this would be the game to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. That's how I got back on track. I played Alex.
And these next two guys, Ian versus Chase, 3 versus 5. I you know what? I'm just going to say it. These guys are being a little boring these last couple weeks because we have nothing to really say about these guys. So they need to do something cool, like stir up the pot a little bit, And maybe another 190 from Ian, or just, not be so average.
Excuse me, sir. Are you talking about the best manager of the league this past week, Chase Gaines?
Oh, was he best manager of the league?
Best manager.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, then let's see if he can be consistent with it. Let's see if he can come back out on top as the highest percentage of score, best manager, and beat Ian. Or will he just be boring again?
I don't know.
And then moving on to Kev versus Colt. And so Kevin's coming off a loss and a below median. So he got that 0-2 last week.
Yeah.
Colt's coming off a win and above median. So he got that 2-0 last week.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I'm thinking this week we just split the difference. We'll both go 1-1. I'll get the win, but we'll both lose to the median kind of thing. I don't know how that's actually going to work now that I'm talking out loud. I don't know. No. Yeah, no, I don't know how that's going to work. We can't both get 1-1. So, sorry, Colt. I'll take the 2. Well, we'll just, yeah. All right, anyways, moving on. We got Aaron versus Coop, another top 5 matchup. We got number 2 versus number 4. Aaron, like we said previously, was the worst manager last week, despite scoring 151, which I did not appreciate. But and then Coop, who, despite just having a pretty average team, he's got the 10th highest score these past 4 weeks. So, average, he's the 10th average on score. So I don't really understand how he's still up there. Dude's had some incredible luck. So I guess it's going to be the worst manager versus luck. See who wins. And then the final matchup, the game of the week, one we haven't had in a while. We're going to build it up for this one. We've got an Elder Showdown. We got Bo versus Jacob. We got the number 1 ranked team in Jacob. We got Bo, who seemingly has turned it around. And with the addition of Aaron Rodgers to Bo's team, he's now got that Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams stack, which has been paying off, I have to say. So Chase, why'd you do that?
I'm on the up and up right now. I hit 12 1 week. That's all I wanted. Move up to number 11, get out of that bottom spot, kind of brush myself off. Jump 3 spots last week. Ain't no telling how many spots I'm gonna jump this week. Jacob, yeah, I don't care if you stay number 1 just because of other people losing. That's fine. You can sit up there, but I'm coming, and you're not gonna win this week.
Wow, okay. A lot of confidence for number 18. Riding that Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. Pretty good performance on Thursday. It's just a false sense of security. I'm thinking Kamara's gonna drop 30. I'm thinking AJ Brown is also going to drop 20. And I'm also thinking Calvin Ridley is going to drop at least 15.
I mean, I don't care how many points you score. I'm just going to score more. How's that? You can pick all of it.
201.
There you go.
Whoever wants the 201.
I want that.
You're not getting it, so. Because I also want it.
Dang it.
All right, I think this is gonna keep going. I'm gonna end you guys right there. It's gonna be a heck of a matchup. Everyone, turn your monitors on, watch that sleeper game cast. Just you're not gonna want to miss a second of that.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a good one.
Wait. Hold on. Don't forget to turn this thing off. Come on, Bo. Gotta turn it off.